Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Football Manager save. Yes, it's not dead. I know. Inconsistency. It's, we wouldn't be able to do it any other way. That is the Ryan 118 way. It is the Ryan 118 philosophy. But last episode, if you remember, if you can cast your mind back, we had an amazing time out. A massive couple of results in the Champions League, which has put us in a driving position for the last 16 following Christmas time. But we've got to keep that up today. We've got two massive Champions League games again. It will finish off our group stage campaign. Can we make it to the knockout stages of the Champions League? Do you know what? Europa League isn't even the expectation now. I want last 16. We're going to do this. Believe in me. The Specky one is back. Right, it's good to be back. I know, a few days without it. You must have been kicking yourselves waiting for it, but we're here, and it's good to be back. I've been enjoying doing this series. Just been very busy, not been able to sit down and record, but we're here today to go with episode 7, I think. We've done well, making on to 7. I mean, the bare minimum I wanted was 10. At least wanted a season out of this during the World Cup, and it looks as though we are on track for that. But as always, let's get the catch up. What have you missed? What's been happening? We have been in very, very good form, and we're continuing on exactly where we left off from the last episode. So you remember in the last episode we had those 4 results: a 6-0 win against Motherwell, the 2 1-0 wins against Sevilla in the Champions League, and that 8-1 demolition of St Johnstone. Well, the demolitions keep coming. 7-1. 7-1 against Hibs at Celtic Park. Enes Ünal got a hat-trick, his first hat-trick for the club. A couple of other players on the score sheet. Abada's really been coming into his own as well. It was a fantastic game. We sadly gave away a penalty to lose our clean sheet in the 90th minute. But can we just point out one thing here? It was 7-0 25 minutes into the game. 25 minutes. You'd think I'm using cheat codes. This team is a cheat code. 25 minutes and we were up 7-0. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. And in typical FM fashion, we forgot how to score from the 25th minute onwards. So it was 7 quick-fire ones. And then you'd have been away at half-time. You'd have been away at the pub. I mean, who'd have been staying for the second half when you're 7-0 up? 4-1. And in the game at Tynecastle, another demolition, if you like, away from home, which was good. Kyogo came off the bench and ended up scoring 2. Ünal again scored. So between him, Giacomakis and Kyogo right now, we can't pick a star striker. Like, everybody is firing on all cylinders. It's really difficult. But we're doing well. If we look at the league table right now, there you go. We're still top by 3 points. We've now played the same amount of games as Rangers. The only difference being that Derby game. Right now, the win for us has kept us 3 clear of Rangers. So it still is close in that title race. There's the top scorers list because we've been changing up our strikers and such. Morelos. Yes, Morelos is top. But you know what? We're doing well. I've got no concerns. Today, we've got, of course, the 2 last Champions League games, and it's vital that we get a result at Celtic Park. If we win at Celtic Park, I think we're guaranteed last 16 football in the Champions League. So huge against Milan. We've then got Leverkusen away from home to finish things up. And of course, if we take a little trip back, Leverkusen we drew 2-2 with after being 2-0 down at Celtic Park, so that will be a tough game. However, that was the first Champions League game, remember, so we've came a long way since then. And then to Milan, we were so unlucky. We led the game for such a long time, and then in the space of 5 or so minutes, Giroud made it 2-1. You remember, I think it was episode 3 or 4 or something like that. So today, we want to make those results that weren't wins into wins. And if we do that, if we just have a look at our group, we'll be in a very good position. Now, put it this way, if we can go 10 points on that group, we're in a really good position to try and go through it in the last 16. So I'm confident. Let's keep our fingers crossed for today. Let's do this. Everybody's been playing so much football. I've been trying to rotate so heavily. I'm just going to clear the squad for a minute, but I just want to have a quick little, we're going to see who's made the most appearances, who's scored the most goals. Joe Hart, of course, he's at number 1. He's made 16 appearances. He's been the constant number 1, apart from cup games where we've given Benji Siegrist a couple of opportunities. But you can see here the players who've started the most. You'd say probably around 12 seems to be. These are the players who preferred most games: Vickers, McGregor, O'Reilly, Hatate. I was surprised by a couple of the names, actually. I didn't think that I'd played Hatate as much as I have. 13 starts, 12 starts with 4 off the bench. Didn't expect that. But the goals are so well spread amongst this team. You look at this, Kyogo and Abada both joint top with 9, Giacomakis has 8, McGregor has 7, which is mad. Unal has 6 since coming in. Juranovic 5, mostly penalties, but I think he's got a free kick or 2 in there. And then there's goals just spread all down the squad, even down to Oliver Abildgaard, who of course scored in that last episode. Garnacho finally got his first goal at Tynecastle. Then when you look at assists as well, spread well. Haksabanovic on 5, Moy on 5, Garnacho on 4. You know, they're just spread so well amongst the squad. Everybody's getting involved. And if you look, basically everyone's in the green. The only players who are not in the green are the ones who haven't played as much football. Well, do you know what? I was surprised to see Jota and Haksabanovic not in the green, but they're almost there. They're a kick in the arse off it, off a 7 rating. But we're doing so well. Everybody's playing their bit. I really struggle to find a best 11 at this point. It's so difficult. Right, this is the team we're going with for this massive game against Milan. Carter Vickers slightly knackered. Not going to lie, he's a bit knackered, so we're going to try and give him the first half. He's also a yellow card away from missing the next game, so I wouldn't even mind if he got that if we won this game, so that we have him for the last 16. But that's the team I'm going with. A couple of big changes. We're not playing Abada. I know he's been on fine form, but I'm going to go with Hacks and Jota on the wings. They've been doing well. Kyogo's in fine form at the minute, so he leads the line, but we've got such a good dilemma when it comes to strikers. If you look at our team as well, by the way, just now, half of them are wanted already. Like, you look at this, like Giacomakis wanted by Villa, Abada, Arsenal, Kyogo, Crystal Palace, Taylor, Crystal Palace. Hands off. You're not taking anybody. We're barely into this save. But as a team we're going with, I am not playing Juranovic because he's not scheduled back till training tomorrow. So Johnson gets the nod. I'm happy with that though. That is a team that is more than capable of winning here at Celtic Park. We've already won against Sevilla. We drew with Leverkusen. So far it's been a decent enough group stage. In terms of home games, away games as well, we've won one, lost one, and we've not been embarrassed. We've not been humiliated at all. So we're looking to avoid all of that. But first goal, yep, that's obviously big. Right, here we go. Here come the teams. The Champions League anthem is playing around Celtic Park. Just sing it in your heads as usual. Kid on your Pavarotti. Just a bit of bravado. Get out there. There's our team. I've decided to go for the more attacking formation. And there is the team for AC Milan. A good team as we know. Big players in there. Tonali and FM's always a beast. Giroud, of course, scored 2 in the last game. We know how difficult a game this can be, but let's not let it phase us. Let's put ourselves in pole position. If we win this, we'll be top of the group. Just put it that way. That's huge. That's an opportunity we can't pass up. Anyway, here we go. Matt O'Reilly gives it to Greg Taylor. Can we start with a bang? Taylor shoots, by the way, and it hits the side netting, but not a bad start. Optimistic. And that's what I want us to be. I want us to be more sort of positive in our play, and that's the reason I went for the attacking tactic today rather than that defensive one. Benasser sends a ball in. Joe Hart palms it to Olivier Giroud, and it looks as though he's onside. He is onside. And okay, not the start I was hoping for. And there you go. Hart makes a really good save, to be fair. He is unlucky that the palm of his hand puts it to the foot of Olivier Giroud, but it is what it is. Not the start we were wanting. They've been booked twice quite early here. Johnson down that side with Leal. Oh my god, Leal. I don't even want to imagine how he is in this game. Johnson's going to have a big game. Tonali sends it in. It's off the bar. And it's another rebound, man. 20 minutes in. And it's Celtic 0, Milan 2. We do have a mountain to climb now. The Italian champions have started strong. Johnson was just... Leal had the best of him, and then Tonali finds the space off the bar, and Starfelt needs to react. That's twice that Giroud has been allowed to be in the right place at the right time, and it's 2 rebound goals. Look at that. By the way, Joe Hart's actually having a decent game, apparently, despite the fact we are 2-0 down right now. I'm going to have to try and encourage them. I don't know what really to change, because now we need to go for the game anyway. Here's Hatate. That's a penalty, surely, referee. That's got to be a penalty. Comes right through the back of Jota. Brings him down in the area. We've not got Juranovic on the park, though. That's got to be a penalty. It's surely a penalty. Right, we have a chance to get back in this game. This is huge. If we can go into half-time at 2-1, the game is... The world is our oyster. Callum McGregor's had a good record from the spot. I knew it. I just knew he was going to miss. The moment I said that Juranovic wasn't even on the park, I just knew. I just knew that we were going to miss that. That's a massive chance wasted. Can't miss a penalty in the Champions League, especially when you're behind. You're trying to get yourself back in the game. You just can't. Corner, Haksabanovic in, cleared. I think it's only going to go as far as Vickers here. Haksabanovic again, try to cut inside, and it's not exactly going well yet. Let's try and press Giroud a bit more, because he's been getting too much space on the end of rebounds. I'm deflated. I'm deflated. I didn't expect McGregor to let me down so much. I did think he was going to miss, but the feeling of being let down is bigger than I thought it would have been, to be quite honest. AC are all over us, by the way, or Milan are all over us, which is annoying. There's the match momentum. We have started getting the better of them just a little bit, but it's not enough right now because we're going to go to half-time 2-0 down. Now, if you remember against Leverkusen, this also happened, and we managed to pull it back, and we managed to draw 2-2. Now, not going to lie, I've not got as much faith that happens this time round, but I'm going to go for this here. I'm going to go 2 up front. I know, crazy. I know. You might be thinking to yourself, Ryan, why are you doing this? 2 up front when you're 2-0 down in the Champions League, you're opening yourself up. Well, do you know what? I want to go for it. I don't want us to just sit back and take this. I want us to actually give this a fair enough going. So I'm going to make 2 subs. I'm going to bring a bad on for Haxa as well, because I don't think Haxa has been too great. He's not done much. He's been trying to show himself inside quite a bit. They've got to be a wee bit more direct, pass into some space. Let's not work the ball into the box anymore, because we've got 2 big men up front. If we can get the ball into the area, the chances of getting the ball down to one of them is probably, quite important. We're going to counter as well. We need to counter. Do you know what I've just realised? The higher defensive line has probably not helped us, but we may as well keep it on now because, well, we're 2-0 down. We need to try and go for this, right? Here we go. 2 up front. Well, it paid dividends. Jota with a free kick from range, and that was on target, by the way. Mignon kind of spilled it, but yeah, that's got to the goal line technology. Was it over the line? Shows a better angle, eh? I can't make it out from there. I cannot make it out from there at all. Don't know if you guys did. I certainly didn't. But a good start to the second half. We just need to let's try and encourage them a bit more. All I can give them is encouragement. It seems like we've got into the game a bit more. They've not done much in the second half so far. Probably open my mouth here and they'll go and score. That's a good ball. Oh my god, Giroud off the post. Giroud is just a danger, isn't he? He's just... How do you compete with a player like Olivier Giroud? One of the most underrated strikers in footballing history. He's just unbelievable. And the 2 goals he scored in this game are strikers' goals. Getting into the right position, getting there for rebounds. Something that, it's just so simple. But here we go, Abada. He's put over the bar, man. That's a massive chance again. If we scored the penalty and you take chances like that, got every chance of getting back into this game. Benassa, ball in. Claimed by Hart. Johnson is knackered. Vickers is getting there, but Johnson's going to have to come off. I don't know how Johnson's so tired. He didn't play in the last game. Kyogo finds Jota, who finds Giacomakis. He needs to... The Champions League is not our competition, is it? It's just not our competition. These chances that we are wasting are going to come back to bite us. It's Jota with a corner. We've been good as well. We've actually showed some really good moments in this game. And we've not took our chances. McGregor on the volley, by the way, from range. Look at the XG, for example. We've certainly given it a fair pop in this second half. Chances like this that scare me though, because players like Giroud, Benassa, ball in, corner kicks and all the rest of it. We've let ourselves down defensively today. Juranovic, I know he's not back to train tomorrow. I'm just bringing him on. Unal, I'm going to try and bring on as well. And then I've got one more sub to make. I don't know to bring on Garnacho or just do it. We'll just go for Moy and see if we can give us something creative in the middle of the park. That's for 5 subs. I mean, the game has escaped us a little bit. I'm going to go attacking because once again, we've got to try and score. But I've pretty much accepted defeat here. Moy, ball in. Starfelt, Vickers, Jota. Can he curl one? He can. That's a screamer. That is an absolute screamer from Jota. Stop celebrating, son. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get fucking back. Get fucking back. That's it, right? That is a tremendous goal, by the way, for all the Champions League as well. It's sort of similar to Real Madrid, isn't it? He scores an absolute peach when the game might be out of our sights. But that is, and from that angle, you see how good a goal that actually is. Could it maybe spark something? I doubt it. They're going to score from a corner again, aren't they? It's, you look at the 3 goals we've conceded. 2 of them have been rebounds from crossing opportunities, and the third was a corner from a corner. Certainly had a problem in this chat. It's been an exciting game by all accounts, if you look up to the stats anyway. But I don't think we're going to get much else from this. One more time, we're going to try and encourage the boys, see if it will give us anything. We've went on to very attacking, but it looks as though, and with that, we'll drop out of the top 2 as well. This was the big game. This was the banker. This is the one that couldn't fail. This is the one that would never fail. And there you go. It's full time. We lose 3-1. I'm going to say unlucky because we played really, really well. We did, and that's the stats will show that. The Like, if you look at the match stats, we were in that game. We could have got more from that game. But we've obviously been let down with Leverkusen beating Sevilla as well. We are guaranteed, I think the big thing is here, we're guaranteed European football after Christmas, which the original aim was to do that, was to get to the Europa League after Christmas, at least. We still have a chance of Champions League, but slim chance. Somebody's turned the Hoover on in here. A quick update on the Champions League then. As you can see, Liverpool and PSG are already through. Madrid and Juventus are through. Trabzonspor have somehow made it through in a very difficult group. But they've qualified. Milan have qualified. City and Barca have qualified. Bayern have qualified. Leipzig, Frankfurt and Napoli are all through right now. So as you can see, still up for grabs, but we need to go to Germany and we need to win. We need to beat Leverkusen if we want to be in the Champions League last 16. So it's a big ask. So we're going to go, and I'm going to go off camera. We're going to play Livingston, hopefully beat Livingston and keep up our fine Premiership form. It is a trip to the Tony Macaroni, so that is difficult. And then after that, you know, it's D-Day. It's either do or die. So we'll be back after the Livingston game. I'll let you know how that goes. Well, not the greatest. It's one of those episodes again, isn't it? It's like 2 episodes ago where we couldn't win for the life of us. We drew at Livingston. Rotation, Champions League hangover, if you like. Yeah, we drew 2-2, which isn't great, but it's not a loss, and it could have been because we were 2-0 down at half time. We're 2-0 down at half time, made some big changes, and I thought we were going to end up winning the game. We hit the bar about 4 times. And there you go. Abel Gardner had to save us and grab us a point. Obviously, Martindale's happy with a draw. You know what I call him. But it's not the greatest result for us, because now if Rangers go and win their game in hand, it is only a point difference. So that's not the best result in the world for us there. It is not. Not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna lie. I'm slightly disappointed, so I'm kind of patiently waiting here to find out who Rangers are even playing first, and I'll get my hopes up of them dropping points. But I think they're at home, so it ain't looking good. That draw is our first draw of the season. Look, listen, we're gonna slip up now and then. It's just natural. We've been playing a lot of football. I've had to rotate heavily, so these things do happen. But who on earth are Rangers playing today? I want to know. And I need to go and buy a scarf or a taupe or something for the team. Aberdeen, who are 8th. Oh my god. Aye, Brooks. Let's just get this over and done with. Rangers 5-0 probably. Let's see. Oh, they drew. Nothing changes. Just quickly control S on that, just in case the game crashes or something. 3, 2, 1. That's huge. That is genuinely really big for us. Nothing changes, as I said. A 0-0 draw with Aberdeen. Handy for us. Handy. We got off of one there. We had to learn from these mistakes. But now we turn our attention to Leverkusen. Can we somehow pull off the miracle and make it to the Champions League last? Right, there's your Leverkusen team. Strong side, as we know. We drew 2-2 at Celtic Park. I've got good players all over the park, so this is going to be a difficult game. I think they signed the Berriese, by the way. And there's the Celtic team. We have gone for that slightly more defensive approach, just so we don't leak goals early like we did against Milan. So that was my thinking heading into this. If we win, it's last 16. If we draw or lose, it's Europa League. Either way, we will be in European football after Christmas, and we're getting an early highlight. But the question is, what competition will it be? I'd love to finish second and play Trabzonspor. Oh, by the way, what a ball. Unal. Oh my god, inside 20 seconds we could have had the lead here in Leverkusen. We done that in another game, didn't we? We scored like seconds into the game in one of the episodes. And I can't remember what game now, but it seems like we're quite good at picking off these chances quite early. Now I just hope Leverkusen don't go and create a... Oh my god, I've played them over the top. Check. Oh my heavens. Both teams could have had a goal in the opening 50 seconds of the game there. That was mad. I want to go through to the last 16 so badly, lads. I really do. I'm not going to lie. I feel like we're probably the underdogs here, and I feel like Leverkusen have got the better chance being at home. We've got a couple of tired players in the defence as well that could come back to bite us, but I had to play my best players. Diaby. Yeah, this is what I meant. I'm not really favouring my chances over this mob. They've got players like Diaby. It ain't going to be easy. It's going to be one of these episodes again. It's quite depressing, isn't it? We're not going to win a game. Who knows? We need just defence annoys me sometimes. That's where I want to spend the majority of my money next season. I really do want to make sure we sign good defenders, quality defenders, Champions League quality defenders. Vickers has been good enough, but I think Taylor's been okay. But Jota, ball in, come on, get back in it. Moy, that's a great ball for Juranovic. How's he? Oh, it was blocked. He got a deflection. I was like, how's he skied at that fucking high? But it turns out it was a deflection. Aaron Moy with a corner kick. We're getting ourselves into this a wee bit, but it's right into the hands of Hradeski. And it was a good chance for Celtic. We're showing positive signs. We've created a big couple of opportunities. Unal having both of them. But, alas, nothing in the back of the net. Juranovic, that's piss poor, son. That's piss poor to lose the ball to Diaby in the fashion that you just did. If it leads to a goal, you're getting crucified, son. That's all I'm saying. Here's Frimpong, former Celtic player, of course. Hudson-Odoi, Wirtz, good save from Joe Hart. That'll do. Now, let's play out from the back. Let's do it. Okay, doesn't matter. Clearly doesn't want me to have any fun. I can see that. Right. Remove hit early crosses. Not yet. I mean, granted, Giacomakis would probably be better in the box for the early crosses, wouldn't he, than Unal. But here we are, Hudson-Odoi, Diaby, he's put it across if he's a goal offside anyway. We're kind of hanging on here. If we get to half-time, I'm changing the approach. We just need to go for it, don't we? Changing the approach once we get to half-time. Starfelt and Juranovic are about to pass out. They need to come off. Because we can't be playing half-fit defenders. We're underdogs, but we can do this, boys. Come on. I'm changing it up. We're going to bring the line back a bit. Just in case. We're going to counter as well. Going to bring the line back a bit. The defensive line anyway. And I'm going to try and... Yeah, no, we'll keep that like that just now. And I'm going to go more attacking. We're going to move Hatate into that position there. And we're going to make a few subs. Unal's missed a couple of big chances. I'm going to trust Giacomakis in this situation. We've also got some... I think that we can maybe give Juranovic and Starfelt 15 minutes or so to maybe try and work their magic. So I'm only going to make the one sub. Just, you know what, actually, Alistair Johnson's coming on. I may as well. What's this? What's this beside Cameron Carter-Vickers' name? Why is there an exclamation mark? I don't have two centre-halves on the bench, do I? Anyway, that's going to have to do it. That's going to have to do it, boys. You're just going to have to go from there, and you're going to have to do it for me. Attacking. It's now or never, as Elvis Presley once said. And I'm trusting it to be now. Because never's no use to me. So, yeah. But Leverkusen seem to be getting a lot of space in the ball. Even though we're a pressing side, we don't seem to be pressing them that much. Abada's done well. He's lost it right. And we're 2-0 down. Goodbye, Champions League. You promised you would love us, but you were too much. That's that. Not much else I can do from here, unless we just proper go for it. So, you know, bring on two strikers, right? Keep that like that just now. We're gonna have to take off Starfelt. He's done in. I've not got a centre half on the bench. Right, son, you're gonna have to do your best. You're gonna be knackered. You might die, but it's the way it is. I'm afraid it's just the way it is. We're going to get battered now. We're going to get absolutely battered now. This will be our first embarrassment, I think, in the Champions League. It took us to match day 6 to suffer one. But they'll pass that around us for fun. Just look at us. We look like we're chasing shadows. Which isn't great. Backer. Are they going to make it free? They do make it free. It's Lucas Huler who makes it free. Mitchell Bakker has a hat-trick of assists, by the way. A hat-trick of assists. I'm keeping it in very attacking. I don't care. I'd rather try and score goals. I'm out now. There's not much I can do to change this. We're out. We're in the Europa League. That's the reality of it. But yeah, Mitchell Bakker has kind of torn us a new one, if you like. Champions League D-Day has been a blunderous failure, to say the least. What a letdown of an episode. Anticlimax much? Perhaps. Zespeki won away? Maybe. Oh, come on. Give me a score. Give me a score. Oh, he's fucking missed that. How? How have you done that? Everybody's knackered, by the way. Look at the team. They're absolutely knackered. It's suggesting I bring on Haksabanovic from McGregor. With 3 minutes to go, what would even be the point? McGregor from range there, by the way. Just blow the whistle, ref. Put us out of fucking misery. Just blow the whistle. We know we're in the Europa League. 3 minutes added on. And we are slowly approaching, and it was a good dream. It was a good dream. But Champions League goes to Leverkusen, fair play. Just got to say, unlucky. Listen. Europa League at the start, if you offered me, with the group that we got, if you offered me to get at least European football after Christmas, I'd have took it. And we have a serious chance of winning the Europa League. So do you know what? I'm not going to look at it too much. Milan win the group. Leverkusen comes second. That's that then. So we know our fates. Let's have a look at everybody who qualified from each group. Liverpool, PSG, Madrid, Juventus, Chelsea, Trabzonspor ended up finishing second. Milan, Leverkusen, City, Barca, Bayern, Inter, Leipzig, Sporting, and Frankfurt and Napoli ended up going through. By the way, what a group stage that must have been between those two sides. But there you go. That's everybody who went through in the Champions League. Now, let's have a look at everybody who we could potentially play in the Europa League. As we know, we will have to play someone who... Oh, wait, they're not done yet. That's right. Need to wait till the Thursday. Need to wait till after the Thursday to see who we could get in the Europa League. Because we know that we can only play the teams who finish second in their... second in their group. All the teams who finish first in their group, they're away, they're gone, they're off ski, they're to the next round. The only teams we can play are teams who finish second. So I'm going to have a look at the potential opposition just to end off this episode. And then obviously when we're back next time, hopefully we'll have the draw, or maybe the draw will be done. I'm going to have a quick look. So in the Europa League, we can get Fenerbahce, Zurich, Sociedad, Union Saint... I can't remember how you say it, Saint-Gilloise, Union Saint-Gilloise of Belgium. Who else is that? Real Betis, Olympiacos. Oh. Can we draw them? Oh. That's a good question. Can we potentially get Rangers in the Europa League? I'm not entirely sure because we're obviously both from Scotland. And in the first round, I don't know if the rule still stands that we can't play each other if that's been scrapped. Oh, wow. Wow. Anyway, both of us are in the knockout stages of the Europa League, which is huge. And then Ghent, finally. Some other big teams that through we might see along the way if we go through: United, Feyenoord, Lazio, Braga, Arsenal, Roma, Rennes and Benfica. So it's got to be a tough competition to win, but can we... Is there a potential that we'll draw Rangers? I don't know. Anyway... God knows the next time I'll be back with you because, you know, everything's kind of standard. We might just play from the next derby and I might play the rest of these games in between off screen. And we'll see you around then. Disappointing episode, I know. Sorry. See you next time.